Okay, so we're here with Ellie Miller, another member of the Steinert State Championship team from 2023. She's going to answer some questions for us about her time at Steinert and the upcoming season and looking back at the 2023 season. My first question is, as we've been asking most people, is high school ball is definitely an adjustment from travel ball, right? Most people grow up playing travel softball, and it's a vastly different type of environment and type of pace and energy to it. So can you talk about how your adjustment from travel ball to high school and what was like the biggest adjustment for you in making that transition?
Well, going into high school, I was kind of skeptical of how it would work, how going from school to the locker room to practice every day would work. And after the first week, or even after tryouts, it got easier. And I knew what I was doing. I knew where I was going. So it was different from travel ball because there was a lot more freedom, and you were kind of on your own in a way, getting to the locker room every day instead of having your parents driving you everywhere, bringing you to tournaments and stuff. You kind of had that on your own, and it was a lot more, I don't want to say a lot more fun, but it was a lot more engaging because you've been doing travel ball every day for like your whole life kind of. So going into something new was a big change, but it was also very rewarding.
Did anyone help you with that adjustment, or did you just sort of kind of go with the flow and figure it out on your own?
Going into it, I had a lot of help actually because two of the returners on the Steinert softball team were from my team, Katie Simonka and Gita Miglio, and I asked a lot of questions going in because I was a freshman.
Well, looking back at your freshman season now that it's over, was there a moment in there that you would term as like welcome to high school softball type of moment where you realized it is a different type of environment and a different type of season than travel softball?
Yeah, seeing the coaches before tryouts was kind of intimidating, even though they looked really nice. Seeing Melker and Walsh in the hallway kind of got me a little, I was kind of frightened in a way. High school coaches are a lot different, but you get to know them a lot better because you see them every single day after school.
Coming in as a freshman to this team, I mean, they had a very successful 22 season. They won the CBC conference, they won the Mercer County tournament, they won Central Jersey Group 3 before losing in the state final. They really only graduated 2 players. So what were your expectations for yourself coming in? Like, how were you hoping to come in and contribute to help them take that next step and hopefully win a state title?
Coming in, I kind of just wanted to help the team out any way I could, and that's ultimately what I did. But I just wanted to get to know the players and have a good time, but also work hard.
So throughout the 23 season, you did have a big impact on the team. You filled a lot of roles at practice and in preparation. One of those things you did was you did a lot of live pitching at practice to help the girls and give them different looks. Can you talk about what it's like to face those hitters on a pretty much daily basis, hitters like Sierra, like Izzy Benassi, like McKenna Spack, Bianca Walsh, Mia Pope, etc. Like the whole lineup. I mean, we hit pretty much up and down the lineup. So can you talk about like the challenge that was and how you were able to change your game and prepare them to go out and play in some of these big games?
Going in and pitching live against some really good hitters it helped me become a better pitcher, and I try to challenge people by throwing them a lot of different stuff instead of fastball, even though I want them to look good, but I also want them to get better, and I wanted myself to get better practicing pitches like that against really good hitters. I'd see the outcome. If I missed a pitch or if my pitch worked but they hit it, I could figure out a way to change it, make it better, and then the next day come back and throw it again and see what changed.
You also had volunteered to be the backup catcher and the bullpen catcher for the team to warm up Izzy and Paige and Katie. and whoever else would come to pitch. Had you ever been a catcher before?
No, I had not.
So you were just filling a role that needed to be done.
I was. I remember it was one of the first day of tryouts, and Melker had said, "Does anybody want to help warm up for catching?" And it was me and Brooke who raised our hands, Brooke DeWitt, and in the bullpen, it was honestly really fun because I got to do something that I'm not used to. Because as a pitcher, pitching to catcher like every day, it's the same thing, but getting to get another view as a catcher was pretty nice. And it also helped me as a pitcher because I get to see where pitches move, how it looks as a catcher. But I really just liked helping out the team any way I could.
In the 2023 season, there was a point where you guys were 8-4, and then we sort of clicked and the energy sort of switched and the vibe kind of kicked off, and we go on a 13-1 run that leads us all the way to the state final. In your opinion, can you talk about what you think may have sparked that run, or what happened that helped you guys change the energy and the vibe on the team?
Getting to know your team as a family instead of just a softball team was really nice. We talked every day, but we never got bored of each other. And we also had this one thing that we did in the locker room before games called the Pope Prayer, where me and Pope would lead it, and we'd all just pray in a way. And ever since we started doing that, we won every single game, and that might have been our good luck charm, but it was really fun and really funny.
Moving into the 24 season now, as your sophomore season, how do you expect your role within the team to change? What are you hoping to achieve for yourself and for the team in 2024?
For the team, I definitely want to still contribute as much as I can, whether it means I need to catch again, do the book again, anything. I really just enjoy being on the team and getting to talk to the coaches and the players and going game to game on the bus. Bus rides are definitely my favorite. But getting playing time is something I want, but it's not what I need, because I know that there are a lot of other great players coming in, and I just have to fight for what I want. Even so, knowing that there are people that deserve positions.
We've been asking people through the 23 season to sort of look back and remember both an individual game and an individual moment that really jumps out at them. We sort of have to exclude the actual state final game because I'm sure everybody would say that was their best memory. So let's start by asking you if there's like an individual moment or play from like the 2023 season that jumps out at you that you really remember or sticks in your head. What would that be?
Well, after the state game, we all got on the bus. We were really happy, but we were also really sad because one of our leaders, Izzy Benesi, was in the hospital, and we were driving on the bus. We were celebrating with the trophy, but we also noticed that we were turning into a hospital, and we were really surprised. We were happy because we knew that Izzy was there. We just had that, it was intuition, but we didn't know that we would be getting to see her. We thought that maybe the coach, Melker, was gonna jump out, say hi, see how she's doing, come back. But then one of the coaches got a call from Melker, telling them that we could come down to see her, and everybody jumped off their seats and sprinted out that bus. It was probably the fastest I've seen a group of people get off the bus, and we were sprinting down the road, just running to the entrance to see Izzy because she was in a wheelchair. And I wish somebody had recorded it. It was one of the best moments on Steinert softball.
So if we had to go through the 2023 season and choose a game that kind of stands out in your memory and that you'll remember for a while? Like, obviously everybody would choose the state final, but we're trying to kind of keep that on its own. If there's another game through that season that sort of jumps out at you and you remember, which game would that be?
It would probably be the Haddon Heights game. We did lose that game, but it was still a pretty good game. We fought hard, and Sierra O'Neal hit a bomb off of probably one of the best pitchers I will ever get to face. And just knowing that I've played against her in like 8U, 10U, 12U during travel was really cool because she's committed to some big schools, and knowing that a girl from our team hit a complete nuke off of her was honestly like a proud moment, even though it wasn't me. But just getting to face a team like that and almost winning was a big memory.
So we're going to end our interview with some word association. So I'm just going to say something, and I just want you to come up with the first word or thought that comes into your head, right? Okay. So my first word is softball.
Softball, I think of our rec league, T-ball, like first days of ever touching a softball.
Freshman 4.
Our freshman class, I feel is pretty good, pretty diverse. 2 middle infielders, an outfielder, and me, a pitcher. I feel like we came in and we were very energetic in a way, because we were all excited to play. We knew going to tryouts was going to be fun and hard, and we were going to have to work through it. But once we were on the team, it was like love. It was fun. It was nice going to practice every day. Never complained because there's nothing to complain about. It was just amazing.
Coach Melker.
I have a lot of respect for her, but I feel like during the season, getting to talk to her, make jokes with her, it's really fun. She's an amazing person, and I look forward to working with her again.
Notre Dame.
Riley Mahalik, and how every game we played against them was really tough.
Robbinsville.
MCTs.
Steinert.
Home.
2023 seniors.
They're amazing, like the best mentors.